Welcome to the 8-Minute Devotion with Pastor Cameron Walcott. The 8-Minute Devotion is a daily message that exists to give you hope, encouragement, and life as we look together at the Word of God. And now, the 8-Minute Devotion.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the 8-Minute Devotion, our Thursday episode. So glad that you can join us today as we continue our study of Romans chapter 8. You know, all week we've been looking at Romans 8, and we've seen so many truths from the Word of God that God has predestined us to be like Jesus. God has justified us. He's freed us from the penalty of our sin. He's given us righteousness. He's given us new life. What an amazing God we serve. That sinful people like you and me, He has chosen to glorify us. He has chosen to justify us. He has chosen to call us out of darkness into His glorious light. We serve an amazing, amazing God. I told you I love Romans 8, and I still love Romans 8. Each verse gets better and better. And today we're going to read Romans 8 and verse 31. So let's look at that right now. Romans 8 and verse 31. This is what it says. What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? If God is for us, who can be against us? This is called a rhetorical question, a question that you know the answer to. And the Apostle Paul is saying, if God is on our side, if God is for us, who can be against us? And of course, the answer he's looking for is no one. When God is on my side, when God has my back, when God is on my team, no one can be against me. No force of hell, no enemy, no sin, no sickness, no depression. Nothing can be against me. When God is on my side, I am destined to win. I am destined to be an overcomer because God is on my side. You know, he says, what shall we say to these things? What things are we talking about? Well, all the great things we've been looking at all week, that we have been called, we have been glorified, we have been justified, that based on his foreknowledge of our faith, God saw who would receive him. And Paul is saying, look at all these great things: justification, glorification, the calling of God, the predestination of God, the foreknowledge of God. And based on all these things, what can we say? If God is for us, no one can be against us. Oh, brothers and sisters, if we can hold on to this truth, what an amazing truth it is that when God is for us, no one can be against us. You know, I'm 40 years old now, so I'm 40 years old, but I still play a little bit of sports. I still get out there and play some basketball, play some flag football. I still get out there and do some sports, mainly with my kids. And, you know, I really enjoy playing sports with my two boys. Caleb is 12, Evan is 10, and fortunately, I'm still, for an old 40-year-old, I'm still a little bit athletic, so I can still play basketball and football with them. But you know what happens whenever we play a game, and you know, we have a visitor and it's 2-on-2, they always want to get onto my team, and it's normally Evan, the 10-year-old, who gets to be on my team because, you know, he's younger than Caleb. He's younger than Caleb, not quite as fast, not quite as strong as his older brother. And Evan knows that if he plays on my team, he's going to win. And his attitude is, if I can be on Dad's team, I'm going to win. And even Caleb will say, Dad, let me be on your team one time. I want to be on your team. I want to win. So sometimes I have to let Caleb be on my team. Now, this isn't going to last forever. I keep getting older. They keep getting older. I'm going to get slower. I mean, not by the grace of God, I'm going to be strong for many, many years. But when it comes to sports, it's inevitable. Once you cross 40, you're going to get not quite as good at sports as you used to be. I'm going to get older, and my two boys, great athletes, they're going to get older. They're going to get bigger, stronger, faster. It's not going to last forever. But for today, if they're on my team, it means they win. If they're not on my team, it means they lose. If I'm on their team, they know that they win. I think you see the analogy I'm making. I'm just an imperfect father and a very, very imperfect athlete. But we have a Father in heaven who is perfect. We have a Father in heaven who is always victorious. We have a Father in heaven who does not run out of power. We have a Father in heaven who never grows weary. He never grows tired. And my brother, my sister, what you need to realize tonight is that is the God, that is the Father who is on your side. That is the God who is working all things together for your good. And if he is for you, who can be against you? If he is for you, what problem can hold you down? If God is for you, no one can be against you. And I want you to be encouraged because tonight I know there's some of you, you are going through major battles in your life. There are some of you that you've been battling sickness for a long time. You've been battling debilitating pain for a long time. You've been battling problems for years and years. And it seems like, oh, the problem is so big and the problem is so strong. And you wonder, can I overcome? You wonder, can I be victorious? You wonder if your day of victory is going to come. It could be a problem in your family, and this problem just beats you down and beats you down and beats you down. And it seems like you just can't win. It seems like you just can't prosper. And everything you try, you can't have the victory. But what I need you to realize today, brother and sister, my friends, what I need you to see today is that God is on your side. And it doesn't matter how big your trial is. It doesn't matter how big your enemy is. It doesn't matter how many times you've lost. It doesn't matter how many times the enemy has knocked you down. God is on your side. And friends, if you will get up one more time, if you will stand up one more time, if you will say one more time that I am going to keep fighting the battle, that I am going to keep going forward, that I am not giving up, but that by faith I'm going to fight the battle. Friends, you will win in the end because God is on your side. No sickness is stronger than God. No sin is stronger than God. No problem in your family is stronger than God. No financial difficulty is stronger than God. Every victory you need in life, it all is going to come because God is on your side. If God is for you, who can be against you? So just think of having the most powerful, the most glorious, the most wonderful teammate. If you've played sports, think of that teammate who you could rely on. God is a million billion times better. If you had a good father, think of a father who's a million billion times stronger. God is on your side, so you don't need to fear. You don't need to fret. God is for us. And always remember always remember that phrase as well. God is for us. If your faith is in Jesus, if you're a born again believer, if you're walking with the Lord, you don't have to wonder, is God on my side? Is God mad at me? Has God given up on me? If you are on God's side, if your faith is in Jesus and you believe in Jesus, He is on your side. It doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want and He doesn't mind. No, God may be disappointed in things that you've done. God may be disappointed when you sin, but it doesn't change the truth that God is for you. If you have placed your faith in Him, God is for you. He is working for you. He is on your side. And because of that, you can be victorious. Don't forget it. Remember this, friends. If God is for you, no one can be against you. Walk in the victory today. We'll be back tomorrow on the 8-Minute Devotion.
Thank you for listening to the 8-Minute Devotion. We trust you've been encouraged and blessed today. Please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or by visiting the8minutedevotion.podbean.com. For questions or comments, please email us at the8minutedevotion@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page. We would love to hear from you.